was never really good playing role of the puppet. Too busy being me to be concerned with perception of the public. Everyone is buzzing, but everybody ain't thinking about a budget. I want ownership in something. Niggas
both of y'all have been to anger management, and rightfully so. And I've played with both of you, and you both need it, and it's also both of your guys' superpower, that intensity. Draymond, you would have talked how you talked, because that's who you are. But if you would have talked like that to Kenyon in 04, when he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated with his chest out saying badass yellow boy, y'all would have fought 100%.
He did get suspended a lot.
He got suspended a lot. It was on the cover of Sports Illustrated and it said flagrant flyer because he was flagrant fouling people. Who else does that sound like? Draymond. You both are some of the greatest I've ever seen. You both are a little different, all right? But just know this, Dre, I will respect Kenyon because I fought him in a locker room. Dre, if he would fight Tracy McGrady and he would fight Karl Malone and he would fight damn near anyone in the NBA, you and him would have fought. And that's kind of what Kenyon liked. And you would have been okay with it. But make no mistake, if you would have tried to talk to him like you've talked to other players, that would have never been allowed. And Kenyon, Draymond is special. He's annoying because all the things you don't like about yourself, you see in him, right? He's annoying. But he is the most important defender of this generation. Draymond is. So stop disrespecting each other. Start to support each other and squash this. Because y'all both a little different, but what y'all both accomplished is game changing.
Perk, do you need to add anything?
Responded multiple times. Kenyon Martin was born in Saginaw, Michigan, born and raised in Saginaw. So the constant shots has been a little confusing to me because I don't quite know where they came from. And you think, someone that was a number one pick that didn't quite have the career that I've had when you talk defensive player of the year or 9 all defensive teams that I have, and he has 0. 1 all-star? Make no mistake about it. You are an all-star. I'll give you that. A lot of people can't say they're an all-star, so I'll give you that. You're a one-time all-star. That's beautiful. But you must admit, to be the player that you were and defender that you believed you were and to not have, a single all-defensive second team, it's kind of an underachievement. Number one pick in the draft. A lot of people look for that guy to win Rookie of the Year. Didn't. All-rookie team, though. First team all-rookie. I can't say I made any all-rookie team, so kudos. I tip my hat to that. It started off promising. Lost in a couple NBA finals. He got to sniff it. Didn't quite get a taste, but got a little sniff of it. In 2000, playing for the Cincinnati Bearcats. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to see that championship through either. And my big brother, Mateen Cleaves, went and took that championship. So it's tough to sit in a space of continuing to speak on my name and call my name out as if I underachieved or am underachieving when I was just simply the 35th pick in the NBA draft and somebody took a swing on in the second round and it just happened to work out, to become one of the greatest players in the franchise history. It just happened to work out.
"200 people better at basketball than Draymond Green." I'm talking about basketball, skill set of basketball. I can name 200 people that I think are better at basketball than you. That's people. I dumbed it down to power forwards, right? I dumbed it down to just power forwards. People that are really good at basketball, man. All around, they do things more than just score. They play basketball. Their skill set is that, they really good though. So, let's go down this. Should we go down this list?
Shoot you 50. 50 power forward.
50. So this is a list of. I was gonna cut it short, but then my basketball savantness, if that is a word, kicked in, and this is where we are with this situation, right? So here is Kenyon's power forward list of
Mount Rushmore.
Mount.
50 Mount.
Yeah, this 50, right? So let's go down this. So watch this. So we got Giannis, Anthony Davis, Dirk, Charles Barkley, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone, Chris Webber, Amari Stoudemire, Chris Bosh, Rasheed Wallace, Pau Gasol, Elton Brand, Antoine Jameson, Zach Randolph, Carlos Boozer, David West, Jermaine O'Neal, Sean Kemp, Derek Coleman, Clifford Robinson, Danny Manning, Larry Johnson, Vin Baker, LaMarcus Aldridge, Blake Griffin, Kevin Love, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Al Jefferson, Drew Gooden, Josh Smith, Tim Thomas, Antoine Walker, Lamar Odom, Jason Williams, Horace Grant, Otis Thorpe, Paul Millsap, Jawan Howard, David Lee, Joe Smith, Al Harrington, Rashard Lewis, Brian Grant, Tom Chambers, Kevin McHale, Nene, and for shits and giggles, you ain't better than Popeye Jones, Bo Outlaw, Reggie X. Just for shits and giggles. Just because I like what they did for their team. I like what they did for their team. This list, and I got Kurt Thomas, P.J. Brown, Dale Davis, Antonio Davis. Hey, I can go on and on with this, man. Oh, I said Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol on the list you in here? Yeah, he on the first page. Paul Gasol is on this side of my list. He number 15 on that side. Paul Gasol number 15 on that side. You know what I'm talking about? And guess who I didn't mention? Me. So, I ain't even mentioned me.
Hey man, it's your boy Jim TV, and we are back with another video for the channel, man. And it's up, breaking news, man. Listen, I don't know what's gotten into the water with the NBA veterans, the current NBA veterans and the NBA OGs, right? The analysts / former players, the podcasters, right? It's a lot of back and forth and beef going on, right? So I've been noticing for a while, watching the Gil's Arena podcast, excuse me, that the back and forth has gotten out of hand, right? So when the topic of Draymond comes up, right, Kenyon Martin always states his opinion. Now, Kenyon Martin hasn't backed off of any of his opinions, right? So when there's something to be said on that podcast and somebody that has to keep it a bean other than Rashard McCants seems to be Kenyon Martin, right? So topic came up a few weeks ago where they had a conversation about Draymond Green, and they was like, hey, Kenyon was asked about it on another podcast and said that he knows who to pick with, right? He's never been punched back in his mouth before, right? So again, it's not many of those type of guys still in the league or that move like that in the league, right? So with the chest kicking, a Sabonis and all of that, and then him and LeBron going back and forth back in the day, the punching and Jordan Poole and things like that. So at the end of the day, right, we know some of the things that has transpired with Draymond Green. And we know how he's handled it, how the league has handled it. And I guess the rest of the league is like, man, listen, we ain't trying to get punished with him. So, hey, man, listen, he did what he did. We don't have to respond, right? But at the end of the day, right, man-ish is man-ish. So when somebody put their hands on you, right, and you're in a professional setting, how do you carry it? What do? Do you punch him back? Do you retaliate, or do you just let it slide, right? At the cost of what? Now, we seen back in the day with the Oakleys and all those gentlemen like that, the oldest thoughts, really getting busy, and Meta World Peace as well, really getting busy back in the day, right? On the court, fighting, the Malice in the Palace. We know about all these incidents, right, where NBA players have really got into it and put their hands on each other. And so when you see Draymond do some of the things that he's done, I guess King is like, yo, he ain't never been touched, right? And again, like when somebody don't play a good game, they say Draymond always got something to say. Oh, you ain't do your part, you ain't doing your job. And they're like, well, if it's 5-5 and 5, is that really a good stat line? How you handle it when you get this player don't score no points? So I guess Draymond like, why y'all keep picking? And we supposed to be from Michigan and this, that, and third. And my thing with that is, y'all all pardon, right? Kenyon and Gil's Arena and them pardon. Draymond Green pardon, right? Y'all are supposed to speak on play in the game, right? So we speaking on play in the game and how this person performing, that person performing, right? Talking about the performance, right? We talking about people fighting on the court. That's the topic. So offended. So Draymond is saying that every time he turns around, Kenyon's taking shots at him, right? So there is something there, like a thing between them two that only them two know about, right? Now, if Draymond came apart in Saginaw, Michigan, and so did Kenyon Martin, I mean, it's just two different eras, right? Kenyon's era and Draymond's era both came up tough, but it explains why they so quick to put their hands on somebody or want to fight somebody. Now, Kenyon's out of the league, so at this point, it don't matter what he's done because it's not affecting the NBA and none of that. It's not affecting his current or the way people currently perceive him. But Draymond's actions currently affect what Draymond got going on. So at the end of the day, they got it back and forth. And it is what it is. And my thing is like, bro, y'all from the same spot. Meet up, have a conversation, no fight, no other tough crap. Just, hey, yo, listen, I respectfully feel like, hey, when you doing your podcast with Gil and them, hey, like, can you not take I feel like you taking shots at me, and I don't think we supposed to be doing that, my brother. I mean, if he on that type of time, right? But that don't sound like a conversation they might be able to have because they both got that, you know what I mean, that grit, that toughness to them. Well, you know, my thing is, it can't say, oh, listen, I feel like you're a bully, man. You picking on dudes ain't doing it, man. Come on, man. You ain't supposed, you making the city, you making where we from look bad, right? That may be the disconnect. Right, but have a conversation. I was back and forth and on the podcast and all that. We could do without that. As fans, we could do without it. Like someone with Kenyon be having to say his perspective. I'm sorry, and I like some of the things that Draymond talks about when he's talking about the game, things in and around the game on his part. Right, everybody, it's a space for everybody. Everybody's perspective is deserved. You're not going to always agree with other people's perspective. And when you don't, you just don't. It just is what it is. And for me, I'm looking at men older than me. And I'm like, man, I hope I'm not that bad when I hit this, you know what I'm saying, at that age. Because, you know, it's some of the shit could be avoided, to be honest with you. Excuse my French, but it is what it is.